Maybe.
If we have something to do with 4XP tonight, we're probably all going to die.
Nah.
A level 30 encounter. What? Welcome everyone to a game of 5th edition D&D with the Unnamed Adventurers Guild. I'm Alex Newton. I'll be running tonight's game. And let's introduce our characters from left to right, starting with Chapo.
All right. Chapo, one of the cameo DMs. And I'm playing Revjak. He's a level 10 battle master. Just leveled up. And he's just kind of like a big Viking. He just smashes the shit out of stuff. Other than that, ready to go. That's it.
All right, Matthew. Jander.
Hello, my name's Matthew. I'll be playing Jander, the sage cleric of the Forge, who is slowly learning not to be terrified of everything.
I'm sorry I'm about to ruin that moment for you.
Hey, you took down the Hulk twice.
You're welcome, by the way. The second time was my fault.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Sandra?
Hey, my name's Sandra. I'm going to be playing Remus tonight. He is a level 12 dude. He's a level 9 fighter, champion fighter, and a level 3 monster slayer ranger. And he is currently working at Starfall, like hunting boars and shit, like for the time being, and pretty happy he gets to see all this stuff and really amazed about this trip. So he's having fun and enjoying himself right now.
All right, and Ty?
I'm Ty. I'm playing Fletch. He's a human fighter. Has all kinds of weapons all over him. He's here because he feels guilty because he feels at least partially to blame for allowing a chaotic evil god to come into the world. And he's hoping to help rectify that a little bit.
All right, and Matt?
I'm
coming for today, so.
I'm Matt. I guess we can call me Matthew number 1 and Gilliam Matthew number 2. I am also playing a Forge Cleric. I'm playing a Dwarven Forge Cleric. God sent him out into the world to make the best weapon he could ever make.
Well, congratulations. This journey's for you. So, after a long day of working and training, which has caused 10 weeks to go by, and during this time, Harbeck, you've followed that path of destruction that these group that in Heroes Pass that this group left behind.
Just so you know, it only takes Harbeck 6 weeks to learn something.
Okay, so you show up maybe about a week after then because you decided to take the safer route around the forest. But you do get there and you join them, and you the three of you are all proficient in using star metal as part of your smithing.
Harbeck, when he first gets there, he's gonna go up to Jander and says, I'm disappointed you didn't ask me to join you on your quest. I thought we were brother in arms. Twin hammers at the forge.
I didn't see you before we left town. We left in such a hurry.
Yeah. if I'm willing to lend you my expertise and just a note to the player. If you're making a hilt out of the treant, you're going to need wood carving tools proficiency. And
Okay.
luckily, Harbeck is proficient in basically everything.
Well, that's good to know.
So the 10 weeks goes by, and you're all now proficient with star metal. And the other two have become pretty well-known hunters of the local area, and are usually, whenever the inn requests it, is sent out instead of their original hunters that they had gone before them. After this 10 weeks, when you finally feel like you've mastered using star metal, you are taking the evening off and resting and getting ready for the whatever next trial may be ahead before you. A priest of Mistra enters the tavern, and he approaches you. You are all pretty well renowned now in this area, at least in Starfall, and he can recognize all of you by sight.
Yeah.
And
Harbeck, when the priest joins them, he says, I've been meaning to ask you guys, the one of the archmages in Illumina is asking all the UAG guild members, ask people in different cities this, but does this place have a teleportation circle somewhere?
no,
Okay.
there's no powerful magicians in this side in the Mist Kingdom, at least not in any of the major cities.
Okay, well, I asked.
But speaking of which, I do request that all of you follow me back to my temple. Mistra demands an audience with you.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. If you don't mind, follow me.
Remus
And
follows.
Okay.
Yeah, I got an 11 on the religion check to see how well Morden gets along with Mistra.
Mistra is pretty indifferent with that, and like everyone. She's a neutral good god, so, but she doesn't have any like proper domains. I think her only domain is magic. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So you follow this priest to the church, and everyone kind of moves aside as he enters and leads you to the back chambers. And he leads you to this very messy book room. And there's a large ritual circle in the middle with what looks like a large censer in the middle. And he says, I will get everything started and let the magic sort itself out. But once I get started, I will have to leave you 5 alone here.
Do I know if they're casting a spell or they're just doing magic?
Make me a religion check or arcana.
Can I give him proficiency or like an advantage?
Sure.
Can I just ask the dude?
What he's doing?
Yeah.
I got a 22.
He's okay, and I guess I'll answer both of them at the same time. He says, I am about to ignite a series of herbs that Mistra has commanded me to receive over the last few weeks to induce a divine trance, so to speak. And this will bring you closer to the divine realm and let you interact with, well, at least Mistra herself. I'm not sure what she intends to do with you, but she's told me it's the utmost urgency.
Okay. Let's do this then.
And before I go, if you haven't done so already, a lady has wanted me to remind you that if you do not have magical weapons equipped or prepared, you may want to make those preparations now.
Wait, are we going to fight?
I'm not sure. It's just a message that she has left with me.
Who
Do I
here?
have my... Sorry.
I was gonna say, who here doesn't have a magical weapon or armor?
Well, I see you are very prepared adventurers. I just wanted to be sure that you had them. I can't identify them myself.
No, I'm asking the group because I still can enchant something.
I'm good. Like everything I have is basically magic.
My armor's not magical, but I've got a magical buckler and some weapons.
Okay, I touch his armor. He now has a +1 armor
How long does this last?
until I sleep.
Oh, okay.
Would I get my half plate by now? The +1 thing?
Yes.
Would I have gotten that? Okay, sure. Cool.
Well,
Oh,
thanks.
he left. He's like, yes, bye.
He's like, peace out.
Okay, fuck you, Remus. I'm like, okay, sorry.
The straw that broke the camel's back.
Okay, I'm gonna use the bathroom then.
No, you're
Not
not.
too late. You have to hold it now. Oh,
What?
like a woman.
All right. So everyone's prepared.
Yeah.
Except for Remus, who ran off to the bathroom.
Okay. So he positions all of you into 5 points around the ritual area, and he lights the censer, and he makes about a minute-long prayer, and the ritual circle begins to light up in a light purple hue, and the smoke also becomes a faint purple color, as it also looks like little stars are coming out of it. And he says, it's working. I will close the door behind me. Stay safe.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay.
So you guys, he leaves and he closes the door behind you. And if you want, you can make Constitution saving throws or Wisdom saving throws to resist it. But then it'll be a very long sit while everyone else does everything.
Would we be safe and still get our XP?
No.
Oh. Okay.
You don't get XP for not participating. So you inhale the fumes, and eventually the room kind of fades away, and you guys are just floating in what feels like the astral sea, which is essentially space. And stars glimmer around you, and you feel weightless as you're floating in just the emptiness. And eventually the smoke turns into a young adult woman who's wearing very simple clothing, standing in front of you.
I'll bow to her. Mistress of Magic.
I'll
She
kneel.
says,
I'll nod.
Well, it's nice to be recognized, but this event is not about me. And as a matter of fact, it is about all of you this time around. And as you may have been aware, that a lot of creatures are now aware of your presence. And most of them are good now, as you know. Toldro knows exactly who you are now, and he's keeping an eye on you. But other creatures will soon find out what you're doing. And the gods are unfortunately, for the most part, can't help. Like, until now, at least. However, we can't give away our blessings freely. And I'm the closest god that to this plane that is able to connect the others that are willing to help you in this time.
Fair
Well,
enough.
That kind of puts you and maybe us at a serious disadvantage, since the gods of evil can give away their quote unquote blessings freely.
Well, not particularly, as I've only channeled the divine powers of the gods that are willing to participate here. And being who I am, I'm refusing the connections of any evil deities.
Appreciate that.
Oh,
Well,
while we're floating in the ether, do I have a backpack?
yeah, you still have all your belongings.
Okay. I want to look in my backpack and see if Magog is there.
Yeah,
Okay.
he peeks his head out and he's like, "What have I gotten myself into?" And he goes back inside.
Shut up, meat a piece of jerky.
He just says in your head, way ahead of you. And she says, "Fortunately for the five of you, 5 gods have actually answered the call and are willing to give you aid in several forms. However, it'll be up to you to decide who they are and discover what they exactly want from you in their times to come." Is there any questions so far?
Yep.
Yeah, what the hell just happened?
You are in a trance and are being connected to divine planes through Mistra.
Okay.
I say to her, tell Morden I said hi.
Unfortunately, he's not here right now.
What about Tempest?
Not here either.
Reorix.
Actually, he is here. See, he's actually a little embarrassed with his recent activities.
It might be easier if you just told us who was here instead of us asking, playing 20 questions.
Well, the deity you're choosing, Bahamut, has taken great interest in what's happening here. With the rise of evil dragons and the corruption of their bodies to do Darzanon's bidding, he has taken a special interest in helping create this weapon and fostering his new servant. Bless you.
Well, I offer my thanks to Bahamut.
Thank you. Thank you, Bomber.
And she says as well, Palor, the god of the sun and healing, is not enjoying the presence of evil undead dragons roaming the frozen plains here. And so he has decided to at least put some authority into aiding you.
Woohoo, Belor!
Riorix, he has a more simple challenge than the others, but his blessing will still aid you in the times to come.
In case she's or someone is like reading us somehow or something, Fletch is keeping his mouth shut, but he is really pissed off right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Except not at Bahamut.
Uh,
She says, as well as myself, I will be doing what I can to help you as well. And especially with my only domain available to me.
Harbeck's going to ask her, how is Cord doing?
Cord?
His disciple had a little rough patch a little while ago. Was
Which one?
tall fellow. Really tall fellow.
Douglas?
Yeah. Likes to carry around a plant.
Yes. I believe Cord has taken a more personal interaction with him. So he doesn't tell us much about what he's doing here. But the last deity is actually Boldre, goddess of community and home. And she will be doing what she can to deceive the other evil gods and make sure you have a safe place to rest while you are developing this weapon. Is there anything you'd like to ask before I send you on the way?
How will we know who to give the weapon to?
That is entirely up to you.
May you repeat the goddesses or gods, please? I'm really not good at this.
Bahamut, god of good
Mhm.
dragons.
Yeah.
Pelor,
Yeah.
god of sun and healing.
Mm-hmm.
Riorix, god of craft.
Mm-hmm.
Mistra, goddess of
Yeah.
magic.
Mm-hmm.
And Boldre, goddess of community and home. And she says, are you ready for your first trial?
Whose trial is it? Is it Riorix's, Bahamut's, Taylor's, yours?
I believe Pelor would like to attempt his first.
Okay.
And she, as you guys are discussing which trial happens next, suddenly in the peripheral vision, a bright sun kind of just ascends and becomes very plain to see. And its brilliance kind of almost blinds you as it says, come now, my children. You will now face your first trial for our divine powers to assist you.
I bow
Uh,
at the
He
waist
only-
since I'm already on my knees.
Yeah, he just appears to you as this brilliant sun. And he says, I am the god of life, as well as the god that aims to slay all undead on all realms. But most importantly, for this trial, I am the god that also seeks the truth of things. And that is what your trial will be.
Just before we get the trial underway, I go over and I put my arm on Jandar's shoulder and I say, "Don't die." And I cast Death Ward on him.
Okay. And what does Death Ward do?
If you go down, you don't.
Oh, well, okay. I like the way that sounds.
Hey, Herbeg, do you notice like any weird symptoms? Because you just did this. Or is this fine? Can we like use magic here?
Do I have to roll a D100?
No.
Okay. No, I feel fine.
Huh.
Welcome to the Divine Realm, people. You,
Mind you, that protection is only for the first time you go down.
Okay.
Virgin Ward, got it. So, the Palor believes that you have made your preparations, and the light then consumes all of you, and it doesn't blind you, but it forces you to cover your eyes. And when the light disappears, and you open your eyes and lower your arms, you're standing in a courtroom. Inside the courtroom, it's a fairly typical royal throne room. There are 3 chairs, guards, as well as patrons and nobles walking about having a party. And but the people that stand out to you is, of course, the king and his daughter, who is a small child, a very eccentric jester who is he's kind of getting in people's faces and trying to, be as entertaining as possible. Then there is a knight there who looks a little distraught, but keeping up a pretty strong facade. Then there's the musician, the bard, who is very colorful and seems to be a little downtrodden, but still keeping up a positive vibe and attitude for the nobles around. You also notice a thief walking around picking the pockets of nobles as he just kind of pilfers around. He doesn't seem to be getting caught, and like the guards notice him, but they don't seem to do anything. And in the corner near one of the tables, you see like an urchin underneath the table just picking at scraps that just happen to fall from the nobles eating and having conversations with each other. Palor simply says to you, "Find the one who is going to kill the king." There's 4 pillars, each with wanted. Each one has a wanted poster on it, but each one is also a thief. There's 3 thrones, but only 2 of them are filled currently. The one has the king in it, and the other one has his daughter. There is, of course, a buffet with punch bowls and overindulged food like turkey and just carrots and stuff like that. And of course, there's like a ball area where the nobles go to dance. It's not thieves, it's the thief that you can see.
The picture, the wanted posters, the 4 people that are on there, are they in this room?
It's just the four wanted posters are all the same person.
No. Who's on that poster?
The thief, who's actually just walking around.
Does it say anything on there besides wanted?
Wanted for petty crimes against nobles. Bounty of like 500 gold.
Can you describe the knight again, please?
He's a noble knight who is in his armor, but he looks a little distraught. Like his eyes are blackened and his hair's a bit messy. But he's present, he's talking to people, and he's walking around.
His eyes are black?
Yeah,
Like
Like
completely
he-
black?
like he hasn't been sleeping.
Oh. What about his... What else can you tell me about him?
Looks like he's just survived a recent battle. His armor's worn out. He hasn't even had time to get it repaired. He's the only one, besides the guards, he's the only person in here with a weapon.
How old's the princess?
About 8 years old. She's pretty small. She wears a little neat dress. She has a very cold expression, like she's distancing herself from this whole thing.
Do
She
the
definitely
guards?
doesn't want to be here.
Do the guards have weapons?
Yes, the guards all have halberds. They're pretty inactive right now. They see the thief and they look away and they talk to the. They look away from him every time he steals something.
Hey,
You
can
can
we
see-
talk to them?
Yeah, you can talk to anyone.
Well, I would probably go up to like some bystander, someone who's like at the feast or something. And I'm gonna ask who the third chair is for.
Oh, that's for the queen, but she died recently. I'd say about 2 months ago.
What happened?
Well, it's kind of a weird story. All I know is rumors and gossip. If that's what you want to hear.
Well, I'm new to this area and I brought time. We have good food. Sure.
Okay. Well, you go over and you go over to the table and you start eating some food with him and having a drink. It tastes like wine, but it doesn't have the same buzz that it did, like it does with real wine.
Mm.
And he says, I heard that she was assassinated in her sleep. Apparently, she was sleeping with another man, and an assassin thought it was the king and queen. So he killed them both. But it turns out the person that she was sleeping with was actually just another lowly noble.
Do you ever find out who she slept with? Like, did any other person disappear?
No. After the assassination was made, I guess I believe the only one maid had heard the noises and called the guards, and he was arrested. But he's long and executed now.
Fletch is going to walk over to the knight.
Okay, the knight looks pretty tired and weary, but he says, hello, a new face."
Hello there, sir. What ails you? You look a bit under the weather.
Yeah, another war and another battle for my king. I lost a couple good friends, and the clerics couldn't get to them in time. So it didn't go very well. I've been having a rough couple nights. Haven't really slept. But besides that, I've been doing pretty well.
Oh, Well, I'm sorry to hear about your misfortunes of late.
Yeah, it's been difficult, but you know, fighting for the king has never been easy.
No, I suppose it wouldn't be.
He says, I think I'm just here for his own sanity as well, but it's I guess I shouldn't say much more about it.
You can go ahead. It's easier to talk to a stranger. I'm not from these parts. I'll be leaving soon enough, so get it off your
Okay.
chest.
Roll me a really low persuasion.
A really low persuasion?
Just like the DC's low.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I can roll a really low one, like I just rolled a 1.
What's your total?
My total is 1. You said roll really low, so I rolled really low.
Yeah.
The
Oh
DC
my
was
God.
0.
DC was like 5.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he says, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't think you're the right person to talk to this about.
Not very well.
Revjak will walk over. Say, no, it's okay. I'll roll. Is it persuasion?
Yeah.
I got a 19.
He says, I mean, the king really hasn't been himself lately, ever since the queen died. He's been making strange visits outside the castle, from what my guards tell me.
What is he doing?
No, we can't really get that close to him. I mean, the last time somebody snuck up on him, he had his own personal guard, but he executed one of my guardsmen for treason. I didn't think that was the case, but I couldn't say anything about it at the time. It's been pretty messy the last few weeks.
Just kidding. I know you missed your speaker. I know.
It's fine.
It said it missed you.
Not sorry.
So, yeah.
Who was the other person in the room that looked
Dude.
like they were a little distraught? Was it the jester?
It was the bard.
The bard.
He was downtrodden.
I'd like to go talk to the bard.
I'm going to talk to the jester.
Okay, so you talk to the bard. And he says, "Hello there, friends. And do you have a song you want me to play?"
Oh yeah, the dragonborn comes.
I'm just gonna find the video. He's not gonna sing the song because he's talking to you, but he's going to strum it. So he's playing the melody to it, and he says, "Very strange pick. You from the north?"
I've spent a lot of time there.
Ah.
Why do you look so downhearted there, bud?
Well,
Not normal for a bard.
It's been hard times. The queen's died, and people have been kind of taking their business elsewhere. The king is quite the warrior and very strong crusader of light, but business and politics was never his forte. So, as part of that problem, that he hasn't been able to find a new wife who can, or trust anyone enough to take her place, at least to do the business part of the kingdom. Everything's kind of been getting a little hectic with the gold, and a lot of merchants have been taking their business elsewhere.
Well, what else can you tell me about what's going on in this kingdom? We're just new arrivals and haven't heard a whole lot. I mean,
Well, we
I
had
would like to maybe make things a little more lucrative for you.
He perks up and he says, "What are you talking about, good sir?"
I'll just tip for general information. We don't want to step on any toes since we're new here.
He says, "Well, I won't refuse the gold."
All right. Well, I'll tip him 50 gold.
The guards are kind of like watching you two, and he takes the coin and then they look away again, and he says, "Well, general news: there was a battle that took place recently, led by our captain of our knights, but a couple of knights fell, and he's not handling himself pretty well. I've heard some people say that he's a little upset with what was happening around here. Of course, that could be the case because he lost his friends recently, but some say he's been a little violent lately. But you didn't hear that from me."
Well, thank you for your time, friend.
Revjak will grab a turkey leg and crawl under the table with the urchin.
Okay. The urchin is a little shy, but you're the only one who's been paying attention to her. So she is like crouching underneath the table, and you crawl under there, and she murmurs, "Hello."
Hi. Guy under the. You hungry? Here, eat this.
She just stares at it, and her mouth waters, and then she crawls over to you and sits down with her leg outstretched, and she takes the turkey leg and takes a bite out of it.
So, what's your name?
My name is Bethany.
Oh, well, I'm Revjak.
Hello, Revjak.
Hi. Can you help me? I need some help.
What do you need help with?
So there's a bad person here that's trying to kill somebody. And I don't want that to happen. But I know that you see everything. And you're hungry.
I do?
Well, sometimes you hear stuff and you don't remember that you hear stuff, but it might be really, really important. So I was thinking maybe you heard somebody talking about that they want to hurt somebody really bad, maybe even kill them. Do you remember anything like that?
She takes a bite and chews it up. Then it takes about a minute before she swallows it. And she says, "I might know something about bad people doing bad things."
Can you share that with me? I promise I won't tell anybody that you said something.
Okay, roll me persuasion.
Okay. I got a 19.
That scary man with the hood that goes around stealing people's pockets.
Yeah.
I know that he came in here a while back with a poison.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
Is he the one that killed the guy that was with the queen?
No.
Okay.
All I know is that he gave it to somebody that is about my size.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Can I roll an insight to remember who's about her size?
The daughter.
Was it another little girl?
I couldn't tell. It was dark.
Okay. Could you tell what kind of clothes they had on?
Nope.
Okay. What can you tell me that could help me out, maybe?
They talked about how what they had was enough to kill 100 people.
Okay. Anything else?
That they didn't need to use food to give it to him.
Oh, like what? Like maybe like kiss or like a drink?
I think they are going to change the pillow.
Oh wow. So the guy, the dark guy with the hood, the other person he was talking to, what
Yeah,
did their voice sound like? Did it sound like a girl or did it sound like a guy?
I don't know. It's been a while.
Yeah? Say, if I get you a sweet tart, can you try really, 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 really hard to remember for me?
Okay.
Okay. He gets up and he grabs like the whole tray of sweet tarts. Looks for
Okay.
like the biggest one, and then he dumps another one on top of it, and he brings it down with a spoon. And he'll grab a cup of like punch or milk or something.
Okay.
I also want to know where the hell the thief is.
He's kind of hanging around the barred area.
Okay, so he's not anywhere near me.
No.
Okay. All right, I'll get back down there.
Okay. You give her this huge fucking sweet tart, and
Yeah.
she is now promptly devouring it. So that's going to take a while. Does anyone else want to do anything?
I said I was going to talk to the jester.
Okay. The jester is juggling stuff in front of him and dancing at the same time, and the people are clapping him at his impressive performance. He even gets to a point where he does a handstand and juggles with his feet. Then he does a flip, lands on his feet, and then continues to juggle.
Yeah.
Fletch wants to go over to one of the guards.
Okay.
I say to the jester, you must be asked to perform at a lot of parties.
He says, actually, I pretty much perform all the time. This is my job. Perform for the king, perform for his daughter, dance for the guards. It's in my contract. This is my life.
So, you're the princess doesn't look too happy to be here.
Yeah, she's been a little messed up ever since her mom died. Nothing I do seems to satisfy her. I did see a glimmer of hope in her about a week ago, but I don't know what that is about. I tried to talk to her about it, see if I could help her with that, and she just told me nope. So,
You know what that was about?
No, not at all. She was just mysteriously happy one day. Didn't know why. Kind of suspect that she killed the cat.
The cat died?
Yeah, mysterious means just kind of keeled over. Looks like it had some sort of heart attack.
Mm-hmm. That is weird.
Yeah.
Have you heard anything else weird throughout the castle?
Nothing really. I mean, I can't really leave the castle. Like, I literally sleep in this room too, you know.
That must not be comfortable.
He says, well, I used to have my own bed, but with the poverty that's kind of coming around, I just kind of sleep on the window.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's why he keeps me around, is because I just sleep wherever I want. He just told me, The only thing is that I'm not allowed to leave this room. So I don't.
Okay.
So the guard is standing there as you approach him, Fletch. He
Hey.
looks you over and he salutes you, seeing your armor.
I'll give him a little one finger salute. It's like, I got a question for you.
Sure thing.
Yeah, you see those 4 columns over there?
Yeah,
The one with the posters on them?
yeah,
Yeah, they look like wanted posters for somebody,
they are.
and they've all got the same picture on them.
Just what it is, yeah.
Yeah, the guy that's picture is on there, yeah, he's right over there, and I'll point to him.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
He looks over directly at him and he says, I don't think that's the person you're looking for.
that guy that's standing right there looks exactly like the guy that's in those wanted posters. Now, maybe you've got a reason for not, whatever, arresting him or questioning him or whatever. I'm just kind of curious, though.
He lowers his halberd, hooks it over your shoulder. He pulls you in. He says, mind keeping your voice low? And as for the reason, he pats his coin purse. And then puts the halberd back beside him. He says this job doesn't exactly pay well. He's made it rather lucrative for us to keep our eyes averted away from him and ignore him. In return, we actually get to make a decent living.
Well, he can't have paid off everyone in the room.
He looks to the other guards, and the other guards, you follow his eyes, and you see that none of the other guards care for him either. Like, it's pretty blatant. The only people who don't notice it is is the nobles.
So there's a 500 gold reward for this guy, and he's paid all of you off enough not to be interested in that.
He says, you don't really know the situation of our city right now. So I wouldn't, if I were you, I'd stop asking too many questions about whose gold is lining whose. You may find yourself in a prison.
Well, let me ask you this. I'm not saying I'm going to do this. This is just a hypothetical. What if I went over and
You can come in, dude. Fucking, I'm not gonna fucking murder you or anything.
He says, then we'll arrest him.
It doesn't matter. All right.
But it won't make much difference. We arrest him, he pays us off, and we let him go. It's just he won't be in the castle anymore.
Can I go up to the king?
You too, if you're hungry, I got cheese pizza.
I wanted to do that.
Yeah,
I just wanted to not to interrupt.
Yeah, you two go up to the king, and he's sitting there, and he said he looks tired, but
I'll bring a cupcake for the daughter because I actually want to talk to his daughter and not to the king.
Okay, you walk over to the guard to hand her a cupcake, and the 2 guards lower their halberds, and he says, "That's far enough."
Yeah. I would say, like Remus would say, why do you have the long face? Here, maybe a cupcake can cheer you up.
He says, "My wife is dead. I'm in a war with another country, and
I'm talking
I'm
to the kid.
unable to stabilize my economy because I know nothing about it. I'm only here through strength of arm alone, and my country is falling apart, and there is nothing I can do personally to stop it." So the long face is because I am getting really tired.
Well, I was talking to the girl, not to the king. Why would I give the king a cupcake and talk to him like a girl?
They're sitting in the same place.
Yeah, but I wasn't sure.
He looks to the 2 guards, and he says, He says, I will give you one warning to step away.
Steps away.
And he relaxes in his chair.
I asked the king, so who's trying to kill you?
He says, I wasn't aware that someone was trying to kill me.
You,
Whoops.
do you have any guesses of who would actually try that?
No, I wouldn't. Could be any one of these people. Could even be my captain of the knights over there. As you've noticed, anyone who's willing to do anything just to line their pockets with gold and make it to through to the next day. And he looks to the thief and he says, even he's allowed in here to just blatantly steal from the very nobles that I'm trying to help. So, any one of them has a pretty good reason to have me killed. The only reason why they don't is because I'm the only one that's able to slay the demon that is supposedly prophesized to rise again.
Any idea when it's coming back?
No. I've only been able to make preparations. And unfortunately, those preparations are taking large sums of my city's gold. Hence all the poverty.
Well, I'm a business owner. I could maybe help you with your economy.
He says that's flattering, and I would greatly appreciate it, but I think the time for that has nearly passed.
So does Bethany finish her chart?
Yep, she finally finishes, and she says, yep, I remember.
All right. Who was it?
It's the king's daughter.
Told you. I knew it.
Yeah. Do you follow her sometimes?
Not all the time.
Do you know where she might have hid it?
No. She's already used it.
Oh,
Yeah, she has it on some pillow. The king has his pillow replaced every once in a while because he has quite the bad back.
so who usually sleeps on that pillow? The king?
Oh, he sits on it.
Does anybody else sit on it when the king's not around?
No. There's even a guard for the pillows. They're specially designed.
Okay. I'll come back to talk to you a little bit, okay?
Okay.
Revjak's going to go and kind of call a huddle.
Real quick, I want to clarify something.
Okay.
What was the question? Who wants to kill the king, or was it who is the assassin? Or I'm trying to get the
kill the king.
Who is going to kill the king?
Yeah. And basically, it's like Clue. You call them out.
Okay.
I suck at Clue.
Yeah.
Yeah, so do I.
That's why I call like a huddle. We can all exchange information.
Food is pretty good here.
It tastes rather dull, actually.
Better than nothing. Better than almost being
like
split in
eating
half.
paper.
What?
It's almost like eating wet paper.
Okay. Most of the clues that we have seem to point towards the daughter. But that seems a little too obvious to me. But maybe not.
Now,
I don't know.
does
No
the
one
cat-
has talked to the thief yet.
does
They
the cat-
usually know shit.
Does the cat sit on the pillow of the king?
Who you asking?
Well, I mean, actually, I'll go ask the king.
He says no.
Well, ask the guard who's guarding the fucking pillow, because the king might go and take a dump every once in a while. So
Alright.
that's
Well,
where the cat comes in.
Well, ask the guard. I'll hand over 10 gold pieces.
He says what?
Hey, does the cat ever lay on the pillow of the king?
No.
Sorry, bro.
I actually have permission to skewer any cats who come too close.
Since when?
Since the king told me to.
When was that?
Ever since he injured his back.
How did he injure his back?
By fighting demons.
When did that happen? Sorry,
You
I'm
asked
really
a lot
forgetful.
of questions.
I'm sorry, I'm really forgetful. I have Alzheimer's. I am
What is
used.
an Alzheimer's?
I just forget a lot.
What my friend here means to say is that we're new here. We don't know the history of your country. So we're trying to learn so that way we can better fit in. We don't.
Pretty much ever since he started fighting demons. Got some sort of intense back problem.
How long ago was that? Like recently or like
I'd
years?
say 10 years ago. Apparently these pillows are specially designed to relieve his back pain and keep it from degrading, whatever that means. What's so funny?
Oh man, that must be one comfortable pillow.
Yeah, but I wouldn't know.
Don't you ever want to sit on it? Like, I mean,
Are you gonna roll persuasion to get him to do it, or are you gonna?
no, I just asked. Like, I mean, if I was guarding a fucking pillow, I would like totally want to try.
He says, I thought about it, but you really can't get away with that either. He points out the other guard across the hallway.
Okay. I want to point out in our private little huddle, the question was, who is going to kill the king?
Mm-hmm.
Himself?
What? No, hold on a second. That doesn't necessarily mean it's someone present. It doesn't necessarily mean it's someone in this room.
No, it doesn't.
No, but the clues should be in the room.
I would say old age.
Or the demon.
Or
He's
the demons.
God of life, slay all undead. God that seeks the truth of things. Truth is, he's going to die of old age until he kills the demon, or the demon will kill him.
Hey, has anyone talked to the thief?
No.
No.
Let's all go talk to him.
I'll come with you.
Okay, so the thief says, "Oh, hey, more customers. How can I help you?"
Hey, bro.
So
Hey.
who's your,
Bro.
what's your deal here?
What's my deal?
How much do you take in a night?
Anywhere between 300 and 500 gold.
Damn, that's pretty good.
He says it's lucrative.
So
I give the guards 20 gold each, and at least in this room, and they ignore everything they see. Says it's quite expensive, but I still profit.
Dude, have you heard about anyone having like the king having like a real enemy, like a dead enemy, like, you know?
You say like a lot.
I do because I don't know what to say.
That's okay.
You make me nervous.
Most people are nervous. They're afraid I'm going to steal from them, which is likely.
Yeah, can you answer, please?
Answer what?
Does the king have like a really bad enemy that wants him dead?
Yeah, he's at war. And of course the demons.
Against the demon things?
No, the demons are just another threat. He's at war with another kingdom.
While they're talking to him, I want to stealth up behind him and pick his pocket.
Okay.
Tell me what rolls.
Well, roll stealth.
Okay, I got a 21.
Okay. Roll sleight of hand.
Okay. Sleight of hand. Oh, I got a 19.
Yep. You open up his coin purse and you see he's got quite a lot of gold on there.
Okay. I'm going to pocket it and then stealth away from him.
Okay, you try to grab the coins and they just turn into light.
No, I was... Oh, okay.
So what other kingdom is he at war with and why? I mean, I don't know what's going on here, that's why I'm asking, and you seem like you come around a lot. So.
Well, he's at war with another kingdom, so of course the other king is going to be his mortal enemy. Did
Why?
you get out of preschool?
No, I failed. I really, actually, no.
Okay, that explains a lot.
Wow.
Do you have like a boss that I can talk to?
No, I have a fiance.
Is she here?
No.
Or is he here?
What?
Like,
What
I'm
the
like,
hell?
look,
I'm not gay.
Remy. I'm like, I pushed Remy away a little bit. I'm like, look, why did the princess buy poison from me?
Ah. Well, why is irrelevant. I don't know.
Well, cat died in a mysterious way. Is that how that poison works?
I mean, it induces heart attacks, yes. I mean, for such a small creature, I would assume that's some sort of test run.
How's it distributed?
Touch. You have to be wearing gloves to handle it.
Oh, who's wearing gloves in this room? I want to look around. Or gauntlets.
The knight is wearing gauntlets. The bard is not wearing gloves right now, but he has them. The jester is wearing gloves. The daughter is not. The who was everyone? And the thief is.
Can
the
the
king is wearing gloves.
Does the jester get through the king? Does he get through when he comes to entertain him, close, and not be blocked off by the guards?
The jester is just in the center of the room, pretty much.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the guard that protects the pillows.
Okay.
And I'm gonna ask him, has the princess ever interacted with the pillows in the last couple weeks?
I mean, she's shown an interest, yes. But not that I'm aware of.
Has she ever been alone with the pillows?
No, there's always a guard on these things.
Okay.
Is the king ever alone with the pillows?
He just squints at you and he's like, no.
I walk away.
Okay.
Are we getting an illusion?
Maybe.
We rolled to check and see if we are.
Yeah, you can roll Arcana.
Does anybody give me a help?
Yeah, I can give you advantage on that if he'll let me.
Okay. All right, the advantage. I got a 21.
Yeah, this is, for the most part, this is a creation of Paylor. You're not sure if he actually sent you somewhere else and he's just preventing you from taking things from there, or if this is in fact a full creation just designed to test you.
Mhm.
Everything is feels and appears real.
But it's not.
Well, if this was a divine creation, then by that note, Palor would be the one that would destroy the king because it's his illusion.
That's pretty meta.
Oh, I wasn't saying that was the solve of the riddle. I was just saying that technically would be correct.
You're the killer. No.
The DM's always the killer. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Damn gods.
Don't do that. I said that once, and I'm on a quest now.
Mm-hmm.
No, you wrote down, I hate my god.
That's true. And I still have the block of incense it's carved into.
That's a keeper.
Totally.
So the question is, which one of us wants to kill the king? We can't figure it out. Somebody's got to kill the king in order for the riddle to be solved.
I know
Wait, what?
I know who I'd say, but as soon as I say their name, they're going to do it.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yes.
I think I know who you're talking about.
We need Steve. And he appears with a large metal fish. No.
So,
Sorry, Alex.
Remus will sit down next to the bard. Like, just fucking
So, a
waiting.
question. Does the bard keep away from his gloves? Like, meticulously not touch his gloves?
no, they're just kind of hanging. They're stuck in his belt.
Yep.
Man, this is some shitty situation here. Like,
Okay, so here's the
people
question.
are dicks. The
What-
king is a dick.
If we guess and we're wrong, what happens? I'm asking the party this.
I don't know.
We'll probably end up fighting something. Or
Undead.
shoot us with laser beams or something. Or light beam. I don't know.
An army of Steves.
Pillar and Steve are not friends.
Yeah, I have no fucking idea. Like, all of those people are shitheads, including his fucking daughter. I don't like
Yeah.
people.
Honestly, I think it's probably the daughter, but
Why would you kill your daddy once your fucking mom died? That doesn't make any sense.
because you blame the death of the mother on the father.
Yeah, but then like that's like literally the only thing that's left. And like, yeah, I'm gonna kill my daddy now.
Well,
No,
and wasn't there a rumor that she'd been having an affair? So the king killing the queen would kind of make sense in a way.
Yeah,
Possibly.
but a little kid would not kill her father with poison, and then say like, yeah, that's gonna kill like a lot of people. Like,
She's not going to attack. She's not going to attack him with a longsword.
yeah, but just
when he fights demons, she might just do it with poison.
just so that you know, poison is a women's weapon. That's like women tend to use poison
Yeah.
often because they're not strong enough. Or they just cannot do the act of killing, so they just let the poison do it and get the fuck out.
How do you explain Red Sonja?
Red
she's
what?
She's not a real person.
Well,
That's like saying, how do you explain Arnold Schwarzenegger in that movie? You just can't do it.
Yeah, you can. Somebody needed a paycheck.
What is Bethany doing at the moment? She's still eating?
Yeah, she's just stuffed. She's just kind of sitting underneath the table.
I'm just going to ask Magog. I'm going to say, hey, you're in on this too. Who do you think?
What?
Can't you sniff anything out?
I mean, I need something to smell first.
Well,
who's going to kill the king?
Look, I don't know the answers, man.
Okay, go back to eating beef jerky.
Hey, you want turkey leg?
Says, fuck no, that smells disgusting.
Oh, well, you can smell something.
He says, yeah, all I smell is like this disgusting wet paper shit.
Oh, that's right. That is everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah, because like they can't really afford like really great food, so they just have this really bad knockoff turkey.
It's tofurkey.
Burn it with fire.
Exactly.
But it doesn't burn.
You do it. It does if you throw it in a forge.
That's a banquet meal.
Yeah, guys, I don't know.
Don't give up, Sunday.
Who's gonna do this? I don't fucking know.
Don't give up, Sunday.
I don't know. It's probably gonna be a woman, and the only woman, like the daughter, is not wearing gloves because she already got rid of them after using the poison. So she was seen by the urchin. It's the daughter. My vote is on daughter.
That's my vote as well. We have two corroborating points that says she had the poison.
Yeah.
She has the means. It was already said that she was going to put it on a pillow. The daughter.
And she gets really close to the king too. Like she gets the closest. Like there's no way around it.
What if the daughter's actually a demon just trying to kill the king?
That makes sense. And she looks like really sad and all, and she hates to be there. So.
Well, and at that age, she might be young enough to not realize that. You know, the adults might not want to kill the king because, he's the only one who can save us from the demons. As a little kid, she may not fully realize that,
and she was promised something sweet by the demon, saying like, yeah, then everyone will go to sleep, and next day everything will be all right. Like manipulating a kid, you know.
And everyone will get candy canes.
Yeah, just step into this van. Just go into this van.
Why don't we all bum rush the daughter and just stab her? And then,
we can just answer.
Harbeck will say out loud, the answer to the riddle is the princess with poison on the pillow.
Okay.
I'm not crazy about that, but I can go with it.
Yeah, I would not specify with poison on the pillow because that's like another way to distribute, like whatever. Okay, sure.
Yeah, she stands up and she says, yeah, of course I was going to do it. I overheard my father talking about sending an assassin to kill the man he was having an affair with. Assassin got carried away and killed Mom too. and the poison was the only thing I knew how to get a hold of. The thief was in here every day, and it was just a matter of talking to him.
Okay.
Yeah, we overthought that just a little bit.
God damn you, Metalborn Chaos.
So what happens?
So another blinding light consumes you, and he says, "Well done. I was getting a little nervous there when you were suggesting that you were just going to kill everyone."
I'm like, sorry, it's the fighter in me. Yeah. It's an illusion, bro.
You picked the wrong people.
Why don't we just kill the king and say us?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
You're welcome.
Why do you think I did not say a certain name? Because it would have happened. Oh, yeah, okay. Twang, twang.
And he says, "And now, a boon. And you and Harbeck, you have the blessing of Pelor. Once he has two blessings. One is that when somebody's dying, it doesn't matter the distance as long as they are dying. You can use the blessing to bring them back to 1 hit point. The other part of the blessing is that once per day, anytime somebody is talking to you, instead of rolling insight, you can use this blessing to see if they're lying to you.
So once per day, I can restore someone to 1 HP.
Yeah. As long as they're not dead. And the other one is you can, when you are asking for, when somebody tells you to roll an insight check, you can once per day declare the use of this ability, and whoever you're using it against, they have to tell you if they're lying or deceiving you in some way.
By the
And
way,
blessing will tell you how they're lying to you.
I just want to do like a team high five right now. We did really well. Like a middle round.
Yes, and we didn't kill anybody.
Wow, yeah. I was getting really frustrated.
Or like, that's probably the most important part. And with that, I can move on. So the Pelor says Bahamut will be next, and he will be the next god you speak with. Good luck on your next trial.
Thanks.
And
Restore to 1 HP is any distance.
Any distance. So if you were scrying somebody and you saw them go unconscious, you can use the ability on them then as well. But that's pretty specific circumstances. So the light consumes the party, and suddenly you're in this tavern. There's a lot of patrons around, and it's not recognizable from any of the places that you've been. It's a wooden structure. Lots of people talking around. Nobody really stands out. Most of these people seem like farmers and just tradesmen, craftsmen. And it seems like everyone is just having a good time. And I will say this was where we can take a quick break.
Okay.
How long?
Like 5 minutes. Nom noms my popcorn.
Hey, popcorn.
Is everyone back?
Microwave popcorn.
Microwaved popcorn.
That's the best popcorn. Except for movie theater popcorn, that's pretty dope. Oh. Not going too quick on this best there is. Oh. Nice.
And then we're gonna do the 2 easy trials, and then
Holy
we're gonna
shit,
do the next hard one.
My brain was being fried. I'm like, okay, no, I can't do this.
That's what
I just
get for-
fucking lost patience. I'm like, it's the fucking daughter. Like that's the one that makes sense. Bye.
You guys didn't just fucking lose patience. You guys were like, it's time to fucking kill them all.
Yep, that's basically what happened.
Is Ty at least here?
I am.
Okay. Good, good. Now we wait for the others.
I even brought this bitch a fucking cupcake.
You didn't buy it. You took it from the buffet
Broad.
table.
I said broad with an R. R.
Piracy.
Yeah.
Stealing the fucking king's cupcake.
Well,
just so you
fucking
can give it
Revjak
back
did
to
it
him.
too. He's like, here's a fucking whole tray of sweets, and I take one cupcake. I'm like, thief. Well, there's literally a fucking thief running around. God damn it.
No, they didn't call you a thief. They told you
Yeah,
to back the fuck off.
Yeah, I know.
We're royalty, bitch.
Yeah,
You
I
know
don't
I
give a
do.
fuck. Yeah, sure. Have a floaty goat.
Bum, 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 bum.
Is everyone back?
I'm
Yep.
here. Okay, so everyone's back. Good.
I'm not.
Dang it, Jander.
That was Ty.
I know.
Why do you do this, Ty?
No,
Retarded, good question.
my favorite one is still, and I don't remember if Alex was there or not, but there's this guy in another group that Alex and I game with named Clay. Matt.
Oh God.
And one night, this has been like a couple of months ago, Clay was DMing, and this was cruel of me because it was like, this is the first time he's ever been a dungeon master. But one night he went through this long ass description, like 5-10 minutes or something like that. I don't even remember what the scene was, but he went through all this stuff, and none of us said a word during the entire thing. And then after he was finished, I said, Clay, we've seen you talking, but you've been muted the whole time.
Oh, the things we get into.
Well, guess what's about to happen to me in the next few moments?
Uh-oh. You're
I
gonna
don't
get
think I'll
remused.
reamed.
What the hell? I didn't do anything wrong. I contributed. I am a nice person. A little stupid, but a nice person.
You didn't have the king want to kill us. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
You
God
don't
damn
know.
it. I am not fucking. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it.
All I
Yeah.
was thinking was, who let Remus talk to the king?
All right.
Remus didn't talk to the king. He talked to the princess. I talked to the king.
Well, that's true.
Well, you guys tried to talk to the princess, but then you ended up talking to the king because back the fuck off away from my throne.
Yeah, because she was a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why she did it.
That's what happens when you kill people's moms with assassins.
Okay, fair
That's
enough.
just to let everybody live and let live.
No. No
What a
fun in
fucked up
political
society.
intrigue.
Just fucking throw a grenade in there and be happy.
This is why we don't let you touch things.
Okay. Fair enough.
So, you guys are in this tavern. So you can enjoy the time if you like.
What do the drinks taste like?
The drinks actually taste very delicious.
Too delicious or just delicious?
They probably taste like a really heavy dark ale.
Ooh.
So for some people, it's a little bitter. A lot of people don't like it, but it does hit hard.
Sounds
Does-
like something that would make me happy.
Dwarves can
Does-
handle.
Bahamut appear at some point, or like, do we get instructions, or are we just chilling?
Fuck no.
Okay.
So you're milling about, looking around, talking to people, trying to figure out what the hell is going on. When the obvious happens. Suddenly, you don't hear anything, but then suddenly you feel just this heat outside. And when you go out there or look out the window, see what's going on, you see that the town is on fire. And flying past is a red dragon that just breathes fire on another section of the town. And people are running around trying to get out. And as you guys are like trying to sort yourselves out, you notice that the dragon is coming back and is flying towards your tavern.
I'll plug my head in. Everybody get the fuck out. Red Dragon is going to toast the fucking place. Is there any cake or anything in there?
I'm casting protection from fire on myself.
Everyone get very, very close to me, like within 15 feet of me.
All right.
Like, now.
Sure.
Okay.
So
Snuggle.
you guys get out of the building first?
Yeah.
Okay, so you run outside and like people start running away, and the building that you guys were once in just bursts into flames, and it flies by, and people are just looking for a place to hide, get away from the dragons. You notice that guards are coming around, but this is a small town. It's not walled off, so people are just running to the forest, trying to escape this crazed dragon.
So is this like a huge, like, old dragon, or is it like a young baby dragon? Though I know we're not that lucky, but
It's an adult,
okay.
and it swoops around for another pass.
Okay. I'm going to just tell everybody I'm holding my action. If you're going to make an attack on this thing, do it now. If you're not,
Are we supposed to fight this thing?
Well, aren't red dragons like anti-Bahamut? And this
Yeah.
is supposed to be Bahamut's quest.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
All the chromatic dragons are against Bahamut.
Does anyone have another longbow for me?
There's one on my back.
Cool. I'll take it. And I'll use that. Not magical, is it?
No, it's not magical. Sorry.
How far away is the dragon?
Jander can touch it.
yeah, Jander will touch the longbow and give it a +1 and make it magical.
Cool. Thanks.
It's a funky thing I can do.
Really dope. How far away is the dragon?
Closing in. It's about 300 feet away.
So, do you guys want me to attack this thing?
Sure, go for it.
What's
Okay.
going on besides the buildings burning? What else is going on? Is there any noticeable like people just standing around
There's
laughing?
there's like families gathering each other up, trying to like figure out where they're trying to go next, and they're trying to like hide in between buildings.
Is there any stone buildings around?
There's a few, but they're on fire as well.
What's the terrain like? Any caves or any mountains or anything?
Just pretty much flat forests. Beyond that, you see some fields. This is a farming community. Pretty prime target for dragon.
I'm going to cast magic weapon at a 3rd level on my hand crossbow.
Magic weapon doesn't give a +2 until casting it at 4th level.
Sorry, misread that.
So you guys want me to attack that? Sure. No one's gonna blame me afterwards. Like, we're probably gonna die. Okay. Make
So
a DC 14 dex save. I'm gonna use the arrow volley.
It makes it.
Okay. And that's gonna be a 6 plus 8. And I don't have the additional damage. That's 14, 40, 35 damage piercing.
Okay. Your arrows launch and land against the dragon, and it moves. It somewhat dodges out of the way, and it lowers its head down, and all of your arrows just kind of scatter against its head as it flies past you and lands on the ground.
Well, that didn't work. Anyone else a better idea?
Is he within 60 feet?
Yeah, he's turning around to look at all of you.
Fuck.
You
Oh.
noticed that. So you all have your attention to the dragon. Fletch,
yeah.
everyone has their attention on the dragon, and as you are kind of watching people's, like, you look at the dragon and you see people are like scattering away, and it's looking at taking all the information in, the red dragon himself. But you notice that he
just
kind
so
of
you
picks
know,
out this.
I'm standing in front of the group with the shield raised.
Okay.
Okay, that's cool.
All right. So what were you saying?
And you notice that there's this, while everyone was scattering, like this kid got trampled, and he's not looking pretty good, and the dragon's watching the crowd, looking at you, and then it sees that this kid is just isolated by himself, and he starts taking in a deep breath.
I run after the kid.
How far away is the kid?
The kid's about 15 feet away.
Oh, the kid's 15 feet away?
Yeah, this road is not too wide. It's
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
I
running
cover
at-
the kid.
Yes, it's not. You guys don't notice. You're all focused on the dragon.
Okay, if I go halfway between the kid and my companions, would everyone be within 15 feet of me?
Nope. Some of your companions would be shunted out.
Which ones? Can I tell that?
I'd probably say Jander and Revjak.
I don't care. Just go.
I don't either. Go for it.
Okay, I'll go halfway between the kid. You know what? Screw it. No. I hate to screw Harbeck and Remus also, but they at least have some distance attacks. I'm just going to go over the kid, and I'll activate my cubic gate, my cube of force, and I'm going to go all the way and hit face number 5, which means nothing can pass through the barrier.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Nice.
You run over, and yeah, I'm gonna do this because I'm cheap. So you're running over, and one of the stone buildings collapses in front of you. Make me an acrobatics check.
This feels like a cutscene.
With a +8, I got a 10.
Oh.
Okay, that's fine. That's what I want. So this one of these wooden pillars gives away, and a bunch of stone blocks land in front of you, and you stumble over it on your way over, and you drop the cube maybe about 10 feet further away from the kid. And this kid's covering himself as he's like these blocks of stone land around him.
Okay. Can I run and grab the cube?
You don't think you have the time for that.
If I action surge, can I run and grab the cube?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I'll use my action surge and grab the cube. You said, so I'm 10 feet from the kid?
Yeah.
Then I'll go ahead and activate the cube then. He should be within 15 feet of me.
Okay. The cube is... the cube goes up, and the flames just screech past it.
And that you say the kid's in real bad shape?
Yeah, like his leg, like his ankle is all twisted from being trampled.
And there's rocks and stuff falling around, though he's protected moment. I've got 1 potion of healing. I'll pour it down his throat.
Okay. You run over, and the kid's pretty confused, and there's rocks bouncing off your cage.
I'll tell him, I'm saying, you're safe for the time being. Just here, drink this. It'll make you feel better.
Okay. And he drinks it, and he says, "Thanks a lot." And he gets up after being healed, and he says, "Where do I go?"
Do you know where your parents are?
He looks around, and it's pretty much deserted at this point.
Or where they would go to if they were trying to run to safety?
There's this fort near the river, and he kind of just points in this direction. The dragon, at this time, what do you guys want to do in the presence of the dragon? I actually should have all of you make wisdom saving throws against it now.
17.
Same.
You make it.
Yeah. I have a 12, but I'm going to use my Indomitable to reroll, and I have a 19.
Okay.
21.
What do we roll?
Wisdom saving throw.
I'll use Indomitable and do that again. Alright, that's dirty 20.
What's
Nice.
Indomitable?
You can reroll 1 save. Once per long rest.
Yeah.
It's a fighter thing.
What?
Oh, okay. Yep, you guys make it. So it's turned to you guys, and it's just snarling at all of you. And the kid says, I think I can get there.
I take it 11 doesn't hit.
No. What are you hitting it with?
My hammer.
Yeah, you run up to it, and you try to attack it, and it just bounces off of its hard scales.
Hey, if we're still attacking, then I would just go ahead and do another attack then. Like, if we're still in combat. This is really weird.
It's because you guys weren't supposed to be in combat.
Okay, then I guess I'm not gonna attack.
So the kid runs away, and the dragon shoves Hardback back, almost like he was just backhanding him. And he is getting ready.
I got a modified 20 on athletics.
He got 28.
I kind of expected so, but you could always run.
So he shoves you back, and he's getting ready to release another torrent of flame.
Well, the only way the kid could run away is if Fletch went with him, so I'm out of the fight.
Well, he goes into like the alley, which is where your cage kind of goes into.
Yeah.
You can drop it if you want, so he can run away.
I'll drop it. And I'm going to pull Magog out. And I'm going to say, get the hell out of here. And if I'm still alive, come back and find me. If not, keep flying. Have a nice life.
He says, all right, I'll make sure the kid makes it back, I guess, and I'll come back to you when the dragon is gone. And he jumps away.
Okay.
I'll try to stand, I'll try to get total cover. If he's getting ready to breathe again. Don't want to burn alive.
All right, as the barrier of the cage goes down, the dragon is preparing to launch another breath at you. At your party, not you.
Okay. How far away is the party from me?
Just 15 feet. You haven't moved far.
Okay. Well, then I'll run over to the party and activate the damn cube again.
Okay. Yeah, you jump in front of it, and the cube looks like it's recharging. Like it's still functioning. It's just waiting. It's like dialing back.
What do you mean?
Like when you use something and it turns off, it takes time to come back. It's cooling off.
Oh, okay.
You're on cooldown.
So is it not working then?
Well, no, it still works. It's not broken or anything. It's just, what it means is like you've used it and it's just cooling off. So it's you can't use it right away. It's like something's slowing it down.
Yeah. Your cube's on a 15-second cooldown. You gotta wait for it to come back online.
Okay. Well, that's not normally how it operates, but all right. So, okay, I'm very confused. Is the cube up? Is it working or not? I mean, is the wall coming up or not?
Yeah, the wall is moving very slowly.
Okay, I turned it off, so there shouldn't have been a wall at all for a second for the kid to run away.
Yeah, so you turned it off, and then the buttons are like dull.
Okay, well then I'm not going to bother running over to my companions. I'll just draw my rapier and charge the dragon.
Okay, you charge the dragon, and it looks at you, and it, instead of shooting at the people just getting ready for it to attack them, it looks to you, and it breathes fire upon you.
Hi.
And everyone else is just standing around like, holy shit, that dude's crazy. And fire cascades around you. And when you see the fire go around you, and you just notice that there's this platinum field around you. Like there's this thin platinum light just forming around you. And when the fire dies away, it is actually still around you. It has actually formed a fairly sizable dome around you, and even extending out to the other people. This is a pretty large dome. And the fire first initially like hit you, and then the dome expanded, and then the flame just kind of rode up it. So everyone that kind of just watches this wall kind of form as the dragon steps back away from you. It seems to come to some sort of realization, and then it flies away.
Okay. So I watch it until it's gone.
Once it gets out of maybe about, I would say, it goes about maybe a mile away, the dome just kind of shrinks back down and kind of gets absorbed into you.
Okay. I'll grab the silver amulet in my chest and take a knee and bow and thank Bahamut. Then I'll stand back up, put away my rapier, and look in the direction just to make sure the dragon is still gone or out of my sight.
Yep, you look away and the dragon has flown away. And you see him like fly past a mountain.
Remus is gonna say, "Holy shit! I really like gold dragons better."
No kidding.
That ability is for you, Fletch.
Okay, I'll go get my longbow back. What does this ability do?
I can read it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's okay. I see. I didn't notice you pasted it.
So the ability is called Bahamut's Platinum Wing. Anytime a dragon uses a breath weapon that affects another person and yourself, you can call upon Bahamut to shield you. This creates a dome of force in the form of a platinum barrier large enough to surround all affected party members. The breath weapon cannot pass through this barrier and gas is buffeted away. Once the breath weapon is removed and dispersed, it dissipates. Using this ability 2 times in a single combat causes 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay. Cool.
Does my ability have a special name, or is it just called Blessing of Palor?
Blessing of Palor.
Okay.
Blessings of Palor.
So this is new. It's not like because I already had the gold dragon scale on me.
This is new.
Okay. Cool.
This is a character thing. So you have this pretty much indefinitely.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
As you guys are kind of just reeling from the dragon attack and just kind of assorting yourself, an old man just kind of comes around, and he looks like a very typical wizard with a nice tall hat and wide brimmed, wearing green, and long beard, gnarled staff, and he says, "Oh, hello there, everyone. I can't remember all of you, but I know I'm supposed to talk to you."
Hello.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I was just saying hello.
Hello.
Yes, I'm supposed to send you home. I can't really remember which home you're supposed to be sent to, but I know the spell for it. At least I think I do. Hold on, let me check my scrolls.
My God, this is gonna be disaster.
He says, maybe. And he pulls out a scroll and he's like, no, not that one. Oh, no, don't want to slay you. He puts that scroll away. And he says, aha, this one. And he starts reading the scroll. And from it, a platinum light just blinds all of you. And you are back into the astral sea.
Well, do we see Mistra or Palor?
You see
Or Bahamut?
Mistra. You see Mistra. She's standing there before you. And she says, "Seems like you've been doing well so far."
Fighting off a red dragon is a lot easier than trying to figure out who the murderer is.
Well, dying is anyway.
Well, I'm hoping that at least my little thing will help you a long way as well. It's much simpler, I assure you.
Hey, did I get my 10 arrows back? Because I technically did not shoot them because different plane and all, or not?
No, you shot them.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
And she said, she just points to this floating door. It doesn't seem to be attached to anything. And she says, I have a very simple riddle for you. And once you go inside, you can study as long as you need. I offer you the gift of knowledge.
Is it always riddles?
It's an easy riddle.
That's what the
I've
last
heard
door
you're well
said, and it
versed.
took us a while.
Yeah, I saw that. That's okay. It'll be a simple one. I'm sure.
All right.
You ready for it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yep. Shoot.
What always awakens in the morning is watching during the day and sleeps at night.
Sun.
Yeah, the sun. I was gonna say.
See, told you it was going to be simple. And she opens the door, and inside is this vast library.
That wasn't the real deal, was it? God damn.
What? You don't like it?
I do.
No, this feels like so. You
Uh,
answered the question. Now you can enter my trial. Like no. Yes, I mean joking.
books aren't really Fletch's thing, but hey, there's a whole library. He'll go take a look.
I'll go look.
Last library I remember was not that good.
She shrugs and she says, well, this used to belong to an ancient wizard, but he's moved on to other places, and he just kind of left this place and hiding in the pocket dimension somewhere. So I thought this would be a neat little reward.
So we can come back here anytime we want.
Welgar?
No. No, that's not his name.
Elminster?
No.
Jim Bob?
Jube.
Remus will go inside.
Okay.
Jander will go inside.
You guys go inside, and there's just hundreds of thousands of books, and you guys scour the place. You feel like you've been in there for what seems like weeks, just reading books, but it's so preoccupying and exotic material that you never really expect from just a library like this.
Oh crap! I forgot Magog. Oh well.
It's okay. Rip Magog, left in another dimension. So, after reading what seems like for weeks on end, all of you will gain Arcana as a skill proficiency. If you already have the proficiency, you gain expertise.
Oh, that sucks.
And
Okay.
each and every one of you will gain this ability.
Arcana?
Arcana.
Okay.
I
That's
have
pretty cool.
keys now.
And you guys will gain the Blessing of Mistra, which is once per week. You can choose to automatically succeed on an Arcana check. If you use this beast on a creature that requires an Arcana check to use, you know everything about that creature. So you will know its resistances, its abilities, its
Yeah.
You won't know its hit points or defenses because that would be super meta. But you guys will know what it's resistant to, what kind of attacks it prefers, stuff like that.
One question: can I roll an insight check or something to see if I would understand if time passes differently here?
It feels, you can roll it if you want, yeah, but it feels real.
Okay, let's see here.
Is Mister still around?
Yeah, she's watching all of you.
19.
Yeah, everything feels like you're in a dream. Like you're just mentally exercising all of these things. It even gets to the point where you kind of feel like that things are kind of being put into your head.
Do I gain any special knowledge on crafting powerful weapons?
Not particularly, no. Just whatever arcane. You would have to roll an arcana check to know that.
I have a question. Stupid, but what's an arcana monster?
It's like a aberration, undead, even maybe a fiend would be considered an arcane creature.
So aberration, undead, and fiend. Okay.
Or anything that is tied to magic in some sort of way. As well. So
Can I ask Mister a question?
Most certainly.
Can I get a locket of your hair?
No.
Okay.
While we're here, can I have Harbeck try to teach me how to carve?
No. You're
Okay.
too engrossed into reading.
All right.
Can I get an autograph?
No.
Okay.
It's kind of go against the point if she started handing out divine artifacts. And then that would just give them a means of tracing you guys.
No, I mean I don't want to. It's not. I don't want it as an artifact. I mean, like, who the hell can say they've met Mistra? I mean,
Every priest and cleric who serves Mistra.
yes, but that's them. That's what their job is. Their path in life. I'm not a fucking fighter of Mistra. I'm just a fucking Viking that likes to collect trinkets. All right.
And she says, as you guys are kind of engrossed, Mistress says, well, Riorix is getting a little impatient, so perhaps it's time to do his trial.
Ooh.
I feel this god. Getting sick of all those books too. Like,
Well, he doesn't like reading. He's more of a drinker and a gambler.
Which god?
Riorix.
Oh yeah.
Fair enough.
We all leaving through the portal now?
By portal, you mean door? Yes.
Nice to meet you. And he'll put out his hand.
You're trying really hard, aren't you?
Hey, he's Revjak. I mean, come on. Everyone that we've met, he's done something. He wants the experience. He wants to tell his grandkids, hey, I met Mistra, met a gold dragon, I met this fucking tree, I even got a feather from a quaddle. Who the hell can say that?
Well,
He's
have
like, it's
fun.
not for me. All right.
thanks, Mistra. That was really cool. And a lot of reading.
Mhm. I
didn't
found
you
it
hug an
interesting as well.
Archon,
What?
Revjak?
What's that?
Didn't you hug an Archon?
You mean the feather?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's different. That's two different feathers.
No, didn't the Archon give you, like, actually embraced you?
You talking about the dragon?
Sorry, I must be mixing things up.
Yeah.
So,
That's game of it.
Yeah.
so you guys go through the door, but rather than kind of floating in space, you guys just fall, kind of like you are affected by feather fall, and you land on this giant anvil.
Hell yes.
Antvil.
Anvil.
Anvil.
What is that?
You know those big metal blocks that've got a point on one end and they're flat on top? The smiths use them to make stuff out of metal.
Think Looney Tunes.
Acme.
I will look this up. Thank you.
Good
Sorry
catch.
for the interruption.
You guys land on a giant one of these things, and you hear Roark's voice, and he says, "Well met, adventurers. It's about time I finally got to see all of you with my own eyes."
Revjak stands up and he's like, "Hell yeah!"
He says, "I ain't gonna be like the other gods, throwing you convoluted trials and clues and reading.
Thank God.
Who needs any of that? No, I'm gonna throw you a real challenge."
Moradin.
Yeah, well, Morgan can eat a big hammer.
That's funny.
Sledgehammer.
So, a real challenge? Go ahead.
He says, "Aye, now get ready for Iron Golem." And an Iron Golem just falls on the ground in front of you guys.
Hell yeah.
Holy shit, that's epic. It's like the one time we fought the Hulk. Oh no, that wasn't Remus. That was Myra, I think. Never mind.
Everyone roll initiative.
Fucking A.
Okay.
Alright. I got a 17.
I got
Holy
a
shit.
17 as well.
I got a 16 for Dex.
Write it down, guys.
I have
had
a 15.
I just wasted my nat 20.
good job.
Nice.
Sandra, you're making a list?
I am.
Are you checking it twice?
You're a genius. Seriously. Ooh, that's cool.
At least looks like we all rolled pretty well.
Yeah, he's gonna have like a 1.
At the hardback. So here's our initiative.
Okay, so he goes. The Iron Golem goes last. So Remus, your turn.
Let me just finish the list. Okay. I am. How far away is the Iron Golem?
Maybe about 30 feet. This anvil is not huge.
Okay. One action. I'm gonna use freaking my hunter's sense, and I want to know the vulnerabilities and immunities of this golem, and like all this stuff. You know.
Yep. It's
He doesn't.
immune to fire, poison, and psychic damage. It is immune to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical weapons that aren't adamantine. It is immune to being charmed, exhausted, frightened, paralyzed, petrified, and poisoned.
Yeah, I cannot type that fast.
Oh my god.
Do you have a monster manual?
I don't do that because then I might actually see something that I don't want to, so I would rather not look. Thanks, that's a lot easier. That's better. Thank you.
You're
welcome. Thank you. I mean, that's really shitty. Sure. Whatever. I'm gonna action surge and use my second action. Because why the fuck not?
So are you using your bow or?
I only have my bow at this point.
Okay.
You have.
Bonus.
Don't you have?
No, he took it back. The other longbow. I am going to, but it doesn't make a difference really. I'm going to use to bonus action. I'm going to put my hunter's mark on this thing. And I'm going to use the arrow volley again.
Okay. It will be actually important to tell me what the fire damage is and what the piercing damage is.
Okay. So, that's gonna be 11 plus 12 is 23. 22 half is 11 is the DC.
Okay, it fails it.
Okay. And it's going to be a 5 plus 8. I'm gonna do this last. Plus 4. Okay, that is piercing plus.
How much piercing damage?
Wait, I haven't multiplied it yet. Plus 8. I'm not done.
No,
That's,
just tell me the piercing damage and then do the fire damage after.
yep, I am going to need to do the math here. Yeah, but 5 plus is 9 is 17. So that's 170. And that is 9, so 90. And half of 170 is 160 is 85. 85 and 45. So it's 85 piercing damage and 45 fire damage. So in total, 130.
How do you do so little fire damage?
Because I rolled a 1 and an 8. And that is 90. And my damage is automatically halved, so it's 45. And my other rolls were, like, my static is 8 for piercing, and I had a d8 and a d6 to add to that, and that was 17. It makes sense. I just rolled really shitty on the fire.
Okay.
And
so-
and the hunter's mark is piercing too. So
Okay, it takes. You see some of its damage that it normally would have taken actually heals over as the iron in your arrows melts into it and heals some of the damage.
shit. Well, I tell everyone that fire probably heals this dude because I have seen this happen before. Fair enough. That's my turn.
Fletch.
Okay. Do I know? Did I happen to get my action surge back or not?
Yeah,
Okay.
you guys have been in that room for what seems like weeks. So.
Okay. Well, it's only 30 feet away, so I'm just going to draw my rapier, a magical rapier, and run up and try to stab this thing twice.
Okay.
I got a 23 and a 24.
Those will both hit.
Okay. For 19 points of piercing damage.
And
And then I'll just go ahead and action search and try to stab it twice more. And one of them is a 14, which will probably miss.
Yep.
But the other one's a 19 for a 28, and that's a crit for me.
Okay, that will go through. Yeah.
Okay, 4. Nah. It's only for 13 points of damage. And since I've got the mobile feat, and I only move 30 feet forward, I will move 10 feet back from it.
Okay.
And that's it.
And that will be Harbeck. Or in the text, it's Harkeb.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
I am going to cast Spirit Guardians at 4th level because I got the spell slot back.
Yay!
I totally had to double check that, Ty. Thanks. God damn it.
So I'm going to go up and smack it with my hammer in it, so I make a wisdom saving throw.
It fails it.
So it takes. Yeah, 14 points of radiant damage, and I smack it with my hammer.
Is that a bonus action to cast Spirit Guardians?
Oh, no, it's an action, so I just go up to it and prepare to smack it with my hammer.
Okay.
And I can't do that. So yeah.
All right, Revjak.
Okay. I'll pull up my meteor hammer. It's actually at amount of time. And I'll attack him.
Go, go, go.
Yay! I'm going to take a -5 to do extra damage. So,
Yay.
alright. That is a 17 to hit.
That will miss.
Damn it.
Your blade clangs off its armor, but does no significant damage.
Alright. And then take a second attack. That is an 18 plus 4, so that's 22.
That'll hit.
Alright. So. So 6. So it says 23 points of damage. And then I'm going to drop a lightning lure on it. Just DC 13.
Okay, it fails and gets pulled in.
Alright.
Bumps into a couple people.
Does an extra 7 points of lightning damage to it.
Okay.
Who gave this longbow to me? Like, earlier? I could really need that.
Fletch.
Fletch? Alright.
Run over and get it.
Actually, I'm going to go ahead and accident surge too. Well, might as well.
Spiders!
Alright. Same thing again. This time it's going to be 18 to hit.
That'll miss.
Alright. And next one. That's a 19 plus 4, so that's 23.
That'll hit.
Alright. 8 plus 7 is 15, 25. I don't get my.
Not looking good.
This is the thing. If you accident surge, you don't get your bonus attack back, do you?
No.
No. And then, guess that would be it.
Jander.
Okay, so I'm going to go over to Remus and cast Elemental Weapon on the bow that she's getting from Fletch.
So you run the Fletch and cast it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to do D4 of, let me see here. Cold, or no, acid damage. D4 of acid damage.
Ooh.
Additional. So it becomes a +1, and then it gets an additional D4.
Cool.
And that's my turn, because I can't really do anything else.
All right. It's going to look, it's going to move over to the right by 5 feet. And it's going to spew gas on Revjak and Fletch and Jander.
Does he provoke a AOO?
No, because he's not moving away from me.
That's true.
And all of you need to make Constitution saving throws.
I got a
Did he pull away from me?
25.
Oh, no, but he still has to make a saving throw against your guardians, which he...
17.
Okay. So 25 makes it, 18 fails, and 17 fails.
Yeah.
All right.
And I rolled 11. 3 threes and a 2 on 4 dice.
Okay.
So if he passes, he takes 5.
Okay. And those of you I gotta use dice roller. Dice roller. Dice roller. And on it. A little bit less.
Unless my Bahamut's Platinum Wing works on all breath weapons, not just dragon breath weapons.
Um,
And that's up to you.
it's a dragon. Anytime a dragon uses its breath weapon.
Okay.
So it does work against chromatic dragons, chromatic and metallic dragons. Any dragon. But they have to be dragons. Or dragonkin, but that's different. So Fletch and Jander take 55 points of poison damage.
Yeah, I'm dead. I'm down anyway.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say.
And does Death Ward still count, or has that already come off?
Oh no, that was gone days ago.
All right, good. Then I can erase it.
And Revjak takes half of that, which is 22.
Okay.
Is Blessings of Palor in action?
I would say it's a bonus action.
Okay.
It's nice.
And the elemental weapon was a concentration spell, so it's gone.
God damn it.
Sorry.
No rum.
Top of the round, Remus.
Does this golem count like as a giant or
No.
other kind? Fuck. um. Well,
You really need another bow.
I really do need another bow. I keep forgetting. Yeah, no. I am going to take away, what is that? 2d6. Yeah. Whatever. Fuck it. I'm gonna take out my greatsword and stash my bow. And I'll attack it twice. My greatsword.
Okay, make your attack rolls.
Go, Remus, go!
The first one is a 23 to hit.
That hits.
And the second hit is a 17 to hit.
That will miss.
So it's going to take 3d6 plus 6 damage. Oh shit, that is almost max. 2 6s and a 5. That's 12, 17 plus 6 is
23.
17 plus 6 is 20. Yeah, 23. It takes 23 slashing damage. Magical slashing damage.
Yeah, this thing is reeling. It's pretty battered, and it looks like it's getting ready to fall over.
And yeah, that is basically. How far away is it from me? Like, how far did I run? Is my question.
30 feet.
30. All right, then I don't have movement anymore. I'm done.
Fletch?
Okay. Well, I was 10 feet from it. Well, first I'm going to, since I don't have my healing potion anymore, I'll take a bonus action to get a second wind. And I get back 12 hit points. And then I will run 10 feet forward and stab at it twice with my rapier. I got a 26 and a 14.
26 will hit. 14 will miss.
For 12 points of damage. And then I'll move 10 feet back from it again.
Okay. That's your turn.
Yep.
Harbeck.
So, Jander's down. He's currently dying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bonus action, I'm going to look at him and say, well, yell at him, get up. He's at 1 hit point.
Nice.
Rip blessing of
And I'm
Fairlord.
going to go smack it
Okay.
with a 17. No, wait, that's an 18.
You clang your hammer against it, but it doesn't do much to it. Essentially, you miss.
Yeah.
Revjak.
All right. First roll is a 21.
That'll hit.
That's going to be. I'm taking the -4 to do the extra damage.
-5, but okay.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean. 9, 16. So 26 points on the first hit.
And that's it.
Okay.
You hit it once, and you're probably gonna hit it again.
Yeah. This time it comes out to 22.
Yeah, that'll hit. And you hit it again, and its legs are pretty much demolished, and it just falls backwards as the knees kind of give out, and it slides back and lands on the ground and shuts down.
That was easy.
Okay.
So says the conscious person.
Yeah, the conscious person who didn't lose 55 hit points.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'll throw you a regular healing potion, Ty.
I'll take it. Thanks. I'm not
Well,
going to drink it,
I'll-
actually.
Oh.
I'll just hold on to it.
I'm gonna give you 2 more because I have
30?
some. I'm gonna give you 2 more, although you've been a dick. Here you go.
Why have I been a dick?
Yeah, you've been a dick. You know why. Take those 2 health potions. And how's Jander looking? He's kind of. I'll give him 2 health
He's got,
potions
like,
too.
The gas went over him, and he's got like this gas like fluff kind of hanging off of him.
Oh, great. Wonderful description. I drink a healing potion and get back 9 hit points. And then say, screw this, and cast Cure Wounds at a 3rd level.
Okay. So as you're healing yourself, and Riorix is just laughing, and he's like, "Ah, that was the best thing I've seen in a while. Yeah, you defeated the golem. Good enough for me." Says, "I'm not really much for humans, but that you, Jander, have really proven your worth there. Thought you were dead. But there you are."
Thanks. After I heal myself, I would like to go and give him the block of incense and ask him to do with it whatever he wants. The one I carved in, I hate my god.
Is it possible to get an hour alone with the golem?
No.
Wait, that's weird. That's super weird. What? What do you want to do to the golem corpse? Shit. Do
He
it.
looks at the block and he says, I can't really blame you. I did invent gnomes after all. And he just kind of throws it into the astral sea.
I wanted to channel divinity.
You're not getting an hour alone with that thing.
Mm.
And he's gonna look to Revjak and Jander, and he says, "Now you two have been working incredibly hard to get that special weapon made, and I don't want any of the other gods to shine on without me, especially without the heat of the forge to keep them going. You two."
Harbeck was helping them.
He says, "Yeah, but you already got a blessing, didn't you?"
Yeah. I wasn't asking for a blessing. I was just saying, you know. I'm helping too. Or, you know, a little.
He said, "All right, but you're working for that goody two shoes Moradin. I bet he doesn't even gamble." Either way,
I gamble with life.
What do you do?
and he says,
I don't know if he gambles, but I know he drinks. He is a dwarf, like me.
anyways, I'm sure Boldre would like to talk to you soon, so I best send you on your way.
But before you do that, I have a deal I want to make with you. You might like this one.
I'm listening.
Okay, look, there's a little town back where we're from called Red Gill. I run a bar there. I'm half owner.
Okay.
Anytime the first time you show up, drinks all night long are on the house for you.
He says, "You know, I can just make the stuff on the dime, right?"
I know, but if you ever show up, I'm just saying, if you ever show up, drinks are all right on the house for you for the whole night. I only ask for one little thing.
What you got, lad?
I want my pseudo dragon back.
He says, "Oh, yeah, I can't keep a promise. I can't make a promise I can't keep, lad. Bahamut has that stupid thing."
What?
Revjak's laughing his ass off.
So
Okay.
you left it in that stupid realm of his, and he picked it up on the way out.
Okay. Well, all right. I won't promise you a night of free drinks, but if you ever show up, at least the first one's on the house.
He says,
I'm
"I'll
sh-
consider it."
I'm sure you'll come back, Fledge. Don't you worry. Animals are smart people, like smart beings. They find home again, and your backpack is pretty much home, so don't you worry about that.
I think the pseudo dragon has more intelligence than Remus.
Actually, it might.
I think it's 12.
It has more intelligence than I do.
No, well, it's tied with Fletch then.
Anyways,
No
That's something
comment.
at a party when dwarf is the smartest one there.
No, the pseudo dragon has an intelligence of 10, or the average one does anyway.
Shit, Revjak's got a 15.
So Riorik says, "Well, you two, I best be giving you your blessings so you can get on your way." And he gives you to the blessing, his blessing. Anytime you craft a magical item, you can now craft it as twice your current level, as if you had the magical ability to do so. And each item you make is twice the normal quality. I will actually just copy and paste it.
Thank you.
Thank you. I've made a Word document for this quest. It's
so
gotten
far.
bad.
And he says, "No, don't be go wasting my blessings on just anything. I know you got that pet project of yours. Don't make me
Wouldn't
regret
know
it."
why I've got that project.
He says, "Oh yeah, I know that I gave it to you. Oh, I'm so sorry for almost killing you there. And those stone giants. I thought that was the end of you."
That was fun.
I liked it too. Man, we tore them apart.
He says, "Yeah."
Besides the part where I was like fucking in the air and burning, but
Says that was the best part.
I just have one question. Am I running bet with you and some other god?
Why would you ask that?
Just out of curiosity. I was happy being a scribe. Just seems strange to pull somebody that's terrified of everything out in the world and have them quest.
Yes, it definitely wasn't a deal that I had going for you. Goldray, they're yours. and it will disappear if you guys start falling.
Kick ass. That's a badass fucking lesson. Woohoo!
And you guys fall, and eventually you are just going to fall into what seems like this fog. Just it's even you can even feel the mist of it just kind of touching you guys. And eventually you all kind of land on the ground on your backs or on your stomachs, but you don't land on your feet or comfortably. And when you get up, you're all just in this fog. And Bioldre speaks to you, each of you individually in your heads. And she says, this journey is going to be quite taxing on all of you, especially for some of you who are destined for greater things. And my blessing to all of you, as well as providing you a place of rest and a home, no matter where you are, I also offer you this gift. The gift to see the people that you care for the most before you perhaps meet a terrible fate, or perhaps something happens to them.
Like a chance to
And-
say goodbye?
No.
Oh.
Well, perhaps, if that's what you believe will happen.
Well, you said terrible fate, so. I
It
mean.
could happen.
Okay.
Just give me a moment. And you guys are standing in this fog, and you're realizing that when you look around this fog and you kind of wave your hands around, no one else is with you. Like, you're just standing in this mist all by yourselves.
With all due respect, and I don't mean this like, well, with all due respect, I'd rather not.
Very well then, but this is going to be most likely your only chance.
Seeing my loved ones or ones I care for would make things harder, not easier.
Well, sometimes the most difficult things are the ones that are hardest to hold on to.
I wrote a letter. That's good enough. But I thank you for the offer, though.
Okay.
I will respectfully decline.
You know, I worry about you. Because I don't think that letter is going to be enough.
It wouldn't be the first time I've broken up with a woman or a woman's broken up with me and then wanted to kill me and half the world and destroy everything. So, I'm used to it now.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. But I guess you'll just have to be content with sitting in this mist until everyone else is done.
Okay. Hey, she can come visit me too, darn it. She's got legs.
And she knows how to use them.
So, we'll start with Chavo, because I'm pretty sure the person he wants to see is Jenny.
Yeah.
So, this mist, the Boldre says, not Chavo. Revjak, please walk forward.
He'll walk forward.
So, Ginny, you're in Revjak's forge in Mawson, and you're just kind of tidying things up. And and you hear the bell ring on the front door, but the hours are closed and the door was supposed to be locked. It's pretty late in the night, and you're pretty sure there's no way that that door could have been unlocked. But you hear the bell ring, and when you leave the bedroom, you see Revjak is in the smithy, even though you know he's days away.
Sweetie, what are you doing here? I thought you were gone. I thought you went to Starfall, right?
I was. What we're doing has a high chance of me not coming back. So, one of the gods gave me a chance to see one person I wanted to see if I had a chance. That was you.
Wait. What do you mean you're not coming back?
I said, doesn't mean I won't come back, but I'm getting the chance. If I don't come back, then I get a chance to see you.
But I mean, I don't want that to happen, though.
I don't want that to happen either, love. But
well then, don't. And make sure you do come back.
I will. He says, but I have a question for you. And he gets on his knee.
Oh God.
And he pulls out this.
Oh no. Oh no.
Pulls out this.
Oh no.
10-carat diamond ring that
Fuck.
He's been working on for ever since he's met you. He says, will you marry me? If I come back. Or you can marry me now. And
she looks at the ring. She's like, oh, whoever did this is really good at what they do. Yes.
He says, oh, baby, and he grabs you up and he swings you around and kisses you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Okay, that's another thing we gotta work on. Fuck.
Yeah. Now roll sleight of hand.
No.
No. Go.
How long do I have to be with her?
Well,
5 minutes.
3 minutes later.
yeah. So if you want to do anything like that, we can just move on and then assume that that's what you're doing.
I don't know. If we get a few hours, I'd probably just spend time with her. It doesn't necessarily mean we have to do that, but I'd spend all the time I could with her.
Okay, so you're just talking to her and trying to sort and plan for everything in the future.
I tell her that there's probably about $5,000 in the safe. I give her the code for it and everything. She says if I don't come back, Grant and Czar, my 2 smiths that I hired, will work for you, and they'll make enough money for you to be able to live, if that's what you want to do. But I'm coming back, so.
Yeah, don't be saying that stuff. You're coming back.
All right.
Yeah.
Jander.
Yes.
Yoldre talks to you, and she says, are you ready to visit the one that you love the most?
They're dead.
I didn't say they had to be alive.
Okay. I would like to visit my dead father.
You start walking forward through the mist, and you find yourself in a pretty gloomy place. It's dark, and it's actually pretty depressing. It's like you walked in a grassland, but all the grass is dead, and there's nothing really growing here. The tree nearby is all jagged and decaying. and you see at least what looks like a ghostly remain image of your father kind of just sitting by the tree. And he looks over to you once he senses your presence. And he says, "Hello? Who's there?"
It's me, Father. I was expecting to find you somewhere better than this.
Yes. I thought so too. Did you die?
No, Boulder has granted me access to see you and talk to you one more time.
I'm honored you chose me.
Well, I really had no one else, and you were always kind to me. You even saw fit to place me with the temple when you passed.
Yes, I did do that. But what are you doing here?
I'm just here for guidance. You were always there to help me sort things out.
Well,
I've
how can I help you?
I've made a horrible mistake.
How so?
I've basically told Reorix that he's the worst possible god, that I hated him. And now I'm on a quest to create this magical weapon that could help save the world.
Yeah. Are you sure that's a mistake, though?
Well, I think it was a mistake he made in choosing me. How do I become the hero that it seems like's needed?
Well, yes, I guess you would think that. And he kind of looks around at himself, and he kind of like walks down the hill, and he says, "Maybe it'd be better if you thought of this as some sort of opportunity, like when you used to run the business."
Well, the business is a whole lot different than trying to save the world. I mean, I've become a crafter that can work star metal. I've been able to acquire certain reagents that will help me. It's just, do I have the skills?
Well, it seems like you do. When's the last time you made perfect craftsmanship? When you were back at the temple? And Riorik sent you on this quest to explore, didn't he? It seems you found your calling.
I always was able to talk to you. Thank you, Father.
You're welcome, my son. He kind of like wipes his face and removes what looks like a shadowed tear and flicks it off of himself. He says, You have to go now. I don't know how long I can keep myself like this."
Before I go, I'll give him one last hug and then I'll leave.
Yeah, you embrace him, and when you hug him, you don't feel any substance behind him, but he does his best and when you pull away from him, like he has a really darkened expression, and his eyes are like that were once human looking are like now a bright white. And he says, "I'm sorry that I couldn't help you again."
It's okay, Father. And I turn to leave.
Okay, you enter inside you turn around and the mist is still there. And you walk back into it. And with that, and you hear like your father is like just screaming behind you as the Shadowfell is just slowly consumes him.
As I go to step in the fog, would it be possible to channel divinity, destroy undead?
Yeah. So you
Okay.
channel it, and he just gets purged with holy light, and you see his body become a pure white color as he just starts heading towards the sky. You finish walking into the mist, knowing that you've sent his soul to the astral sea.
I am happier than I have probably been in years.
Harbeck. Boldre says it's time for you to step forward and see the person that you care for the most.
I step forward.
You start walking ahead, and what does Harbeck see?
He sees a town at the just there's a bunch of weapon crafters, armor crafters, and that around. Not really much of a farming community, but there are farms on the outskirts. There's a somewhat of a lone mountain in the background. There's
Oh, there he is. Keep going. We heard you.
small girls playing in the background. I haven't really seen them yet. But he goes into the kitchen and sees an older dwarven woman just sort of working away at the stove. He just walks in and says, "Hi, Ma."
She looks up, and she puts on a great big smile, and she says, "Harby, what are you doing here? I thought we sent you off to the pilgrimage. I thought you had a big quest on your hands."
Yeah, well, you can't keep me away from home for that long.
You were always
You just up there.
you were always my little boy. Do you need an ale or some stew? Must be tired from journeying all the way back from, well, wherever you came from. And that bloody mist, where'd
Yeah.
that come from?
Yeah. It's pretty easy to be your favorite boy when I'm the only boy.
Yeah, your father's a little upset about that one. All girls, eh? tried to make a clan of warriors when they all turned out to be craftsmen. Almost tore off his beard.
Yeah.
But you didn't come here just to say hello to me, did you? Did you have something important to say, or? And she gets you a mug of ale and hands it to you.
Just wanted to know how you're doing, how the girls are.
Ah, well, they're doing fine. The sewing business is not exactly the greatest business for the small village like us, but there's always bandages that need to be made, and we're always good at making them. Uh, Father's a little disappointed that only a couple of them made it into being smithies, but they are what they are. But the tavern they're running, that's pretty good. It's a tough competition with the neighbor, but they're both the end's going well.
That's good.
And you? How is your quest going? You're making the best weapon in the world that we'll ever see? No?
I'm, you know me, if I'm not making something, I'm learning from someone how to make something.
You're always eager and persistent and stubborn
Mhm.
and a little thick-headed. Get that from your father.
Mhm. Well,
But you
you
wouldn't
can
be a
always go
dwarf.
back to saying positives.
Well, you wouldn't be your father's son if you weren't any of those.
Well, one thing about pilgrimage is you never know how long they go until you're done. Sometimes they go on forever, or what feels like forever.
And how well is it going thus far? What brings you back?
Uh, Things have been going somewhat slow, but came across an opportunity to learn great. Uh, I'm working with some people that have plans to make a divine weapon. Um,
Divine? Like you mean angels and stuff? Celestials, they call them?
yeah, something like that. Something of
Oh,
great notoriety, something unique, and it'd be it will be a great thing just to help them make that even more of a great thing if I can learn to replicate it.
well, I'm sure you'll figure something out. You always did.
Yeah. He drinks his ale, eats his stew, he gets up, gives her a big hug, and says, "You'll you'll tell. I don't think I'd be able to see them at the
Oh,
moment, but you'll give the girls my love."
alright, I'll let them know that you stopped by. And hey, you don't go out on a journey like that. And she pulls out a cloth and fucking cleans out your beard. She says, walking around with a mop on your chin. Never did learn how to clean your beard. Now you get going to where you need to be going.
I love you, mother.
Love you too, Harvey.
And I walk out the door, not looking back.
Okay.
Harvey.
You go through the door, and you enter the mist, and you're again in the astral sea
Yeah.
with
Very
Jander.
stoic.
And your mother, when you go through the door and it closes, she opens it up and she says, "And before you, where'd you go?" And she's looking outside the door. And last but not least, Remus.
Harbeck just kind of whispers underneath his breath, "Goodbye, Ma."
Remus, you
Yes.
are standing in this mist, and you've realized a while ago that you're by yourself. And Beoldre says, "It's time for you to move forward and visit the one you care about most."
Okay. It's been a long while, and can't wait to see her.
So you walk forward.
Yeah.
All right. So you walk forward, and it feels like you're walking on soft grass, but then for a moment you feel like you're walking on hard wood, and the mist thins out, and you are now on the ports of Illumina, and you're heading towards your keel boat, and you see Misha is just sitting on your boat. She's playing a small instrument to herself.
I approach her, like I step onto my boat, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, gorgeous," and I'm gonna kiss her on her forehead, like once she stops playing.
She hears you, and you actually walk pretty quick to her, and she says, "Remus, I thought you were away." And then you kiss her on the forehead, and she gives you a smile.
Yeah, I actually, it's really complicated. Actually, I'm kind of away, and um, this is a chance for me to see you one last time because
Last time,
yes, this I'm only here by magical means, and I don't think I will be coming back. So this goddess Boldray, she granted us one last time a moment with our loved ones, and I came to say goodbye to you. And this is a lot harder than I imagined. Okay, bye.
I hate when that happens. You're telling me you're gonna die after all the things we've been through?
I really doubt that this will be in my hands. I'm I'm I have little say in what happens next because this is deities we're talking about, and it has been made clear that is very dangerous. So that is very likely to happen. Yeah. And
I
I just wanted to tell you, like, one thing that I was thinking about that I didn't share with you because I know how you stand, like, towards all this. And I was really imagining that you, like, maybe one day would carry my child, but this is not going to happen. I just wanted to share this with you because, well, this is the last time probably that I'll see you. And I don't want to leave anything unsaid. And I want you to be happy. Like, I really want you to not worry about me. Like, if in case I die, just be happy.
you're not gonna die, okay? You've been through so much, and nobody would ever tell you this because, well, you're really easy to inflate the ego. But you've done some incredibly amazing things. And this, I know it seems bad, but this is just, think of it as another thing to add to the list of things that you've already done. This is just another test for you to just prove to everyone that how much of the best archer you really are. So don't, I'm gonna die stuff with me.
Well, I'm not going down without a fight, but still, I wanted to let you know that there's this chance, and it might be fair for you to know and not wait forever until I don't come back anymore.
Well, I will wait forever. Okay? So you better come back, or else I'm gonna be waiting a really long time, okay?
He kisses her, like takes his hands, like her head in his hands, and kisses her, and he just pushes his forehead against hers after that and inhales deeply, saying, Misha, I love you. You're the love of my life, and I will do anything possible to come back to you. And he turns around and leaves.
She's speechless. I have nothing to say to that. She just sits there, wide-eyed and confused. And when you walk into the mist, she gets out of the boat and she chases after you. But and you hear her for a while, but then eventually the noises go away, and you're in the astral sea, just waiting with everyone else. And Misha just watched the mist lift away, and or the fog lift away, and the mist of the normal foggy day that the Illumina has is just present. And she looks around and she just says, Remus? And she starts trying to look for you, but she'll never find you. And Revjak, have you said everything that you need to say to Jenny?
Yeah, I'll probably wait until she's asleep and I'll fix her hair so she looks just as beautiful as she was when I first seen her. Kiss her on her forehead and tell her I love her. Walk out the door.
All right. Now you're all standing in the middle of this room. And actually not room, just the astral sea. And Beoldre says, very good of all of you. I'm glad that all of you could find solace in your friends and your family. For the four of you, I will give you my blessing. You now have the blessing of Beoldre. Once per day, you can reroll a saving throw against compulsion or charm effects.
Sweet.
And she says, you are the last I am the last of your trials, and I hope that by finding confidence and reminding yourselves of what you're fighting for, that it will make it harder for your enemies to persuade you to do otherwise. But this is not the only gift I'm going to give you. I will also be the one that shields you from the enemies if they in all their attempts to find you. So I hope that you said everything that you needed to say, because unfortunately any attempts to find you through magical means will fail.
I'm ready.
As am I.
Let's do it.
Yes.
And she says, very good. And the fog that you're in slowly turns into this purplish mist. And when you guys wake up from your trance, you're back in the room where the priest of Mistra had lit the censer. And Magog is in your backpack like, holy crap. And he starts blowing away the stuff from Fletch's face, and you wake up. And everyone else is still in their trance.
Yeah.
Do you shake them all awake?
Sure.
So you shake everyone awake, and you look around, and you see that all the candles are still lit from when you first entered this place. And you look out through some windows, and you see it's still broad daylight. You estimate that only about 2 hours has passed.
Well, whether he likes it or not, I'm going to give Magog a great big hug.
He's like, okay, calm down.
And then I'll put a piece of beef jerky in his mouth.
He's like, stop. And then you shove it into his mouth. He's like,
I'm going to have to introduce you to something called hamburgers.
he's like, once he kind of just swallows the jerky, he's like, what's a hamburger?
You will like it.
As he scraps against you and climbs back into your backpack, and you all hear somebody barging in, and the priests are like, no, you can't go in there just yet. And he says, I have to tell them. And the door is forcibly opened, and you see the smith Dorak, the one who's been training you guys in Star Metal. He looks out to you all, and he says, by the 9 hells, you're still here. Thank the gods. You won't believe what the astrologians are speaking of at this moment. A star is falling, and they've estimated that it'll be 2 days north of here.
Well, we will have to go collect some.
I think so.
He says, well, get a move on. We have competition to beat. He says it's going to be a bloody battlefield. Or, more annoyingly, a political landscape. And he almost vomits. And it looks like he's sickened by the thought. He says, the faster we get there, the better. And that's where we're going to end today's game. You guys will be making preparations and getting your carts and wagons ready to go collect yourself a fresh heaping ball of star metal, fresh from the astral sea itself.
Awesome.
And with that, I would like to thank everyone for playing. I hope this was at least decent, was entertaining for everyone, and
Oh, yes.
people who watch
Yeah.
later.
Yay.
Thanks, Ginny, for making a surprise entrance. I thought that would be fun to do.
I got you. It's fun.
You get 1 experience.
Oh, okay.
Yay.
Cool. All right, I didn't even have my character sheet out. I didn't even think I was gonna fight.
And everyone else, oh, you had a fight already.
Ew. No.
Everyone else gets 2 experience. And of course, all the rewards that you got for today.
Cool.
And I'll end the broadcast here. So thanks again, everyone.
Yeah.
Thanks for running.